started, gets a feel from the sideline, and then comes in, and he is hot shooting the ball from the outside. He has a good mid-range jumper, but look for him to come in here and try to attack when he's inserted in the game.
Campbell's Jeremiah Johnson can do it all, including averaging 17 points per game in CAA play, top 7 in the conference.
He's such a big physical guard, and he's at his best. His strength is driving the ball, getting downhill, and attacking the hoop. Now, he's really been hot from the outside, shooting the ball as well. And he's a complete guard, and when the ball's in his hands, defenses do everything they can to try to slow him down and force somebody else to beat him.
Buckle up, folks. William and Mary versus Campbell, part 2, coming up after the break.
Campbell University is beyond education. It's a transformational journey. This isn't just college. It's where purpose finds you. Where your calling isn't a question, it's a launch pad. Because at Campbell, we don't just learn. We lead, we serve, we show up. Campbell University, make it matter.
Should I be selling right now?
I gotta get a bigger place.
What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate? Oh, that's pretty. How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
William and Mary is very deep. They'll start Chase Lowe, Kyle Polium, Cade Haskins, Tunde Valberg, Fahasi, Killian Brockhoff, and the one thing that you really notice about this team, Jay, is the fact that they go about 10 deep, but not only that, they got 9 guys averaging over 5 points per game. They got 7 guys averaging 7.5 or more.
When they bring in the second unit, Chris, there isn't really a drop-off, and it seems like very similar players. They're 6 through 10 as their starting 5. So this is a deep group, and they try to wear out their opponents with their reserves production.
Yeah, why does Campbell score so much? We told you about Jeremiah Johnson, 17 points per game. On any team, that would usually lead, except DJ Smith, who leads the entire conference in points per game in conference play. He's averaging 22 points per game in CAA play. The first time these two teams met, he had 39 points, 25 at halftime.
And he makes it look easy. The way he shoots the ball from the outside, he's just a special shooter. And then he'll drive in, and he'll go against bigs on the opponents, and it doesn't matter. He has a touch around the hoop, and on Sunday against Charleston, he was going against their 7-footers, still finding a way to finish when he was attacking the glass.
We are ready to go for Bowie's Creek. Both these teams desperately fighting for position as it stands. William and Mary right now is 7th in the conference. Campbell right behind them at 6 and 7. And just a game behind both teams, just a couple games out of the top 4. And of course, the top 4 in the CAA, this 13-team league, gets you a double bye in the CAA tournament coming up in 2 weeks in the nation's capital. Campbell in white, William and Mary in green. Thank you for joining us on a CAA Thursday night. There is Davidas Budka. The Lithuanian has been so big. There is DJ Smith, in and out. Budka with the steal. Campbell with the numbers. Newton has to give it back to Budka. There is Cam Gregory. DJ Smith to Budka, wearing lucky number 13. There's Jeremiah Johnson, who we featured. He can do a little bit of everything. Near Newton at the top of the key. Shot clock down to 10. Johnson finds Gregory open for 3. Got it.
Yeah, good team ball there with the driving, staying patient on that possession. And then Budka kind of boxing out the defenders, allowing Johnson to kick it out to Gregory, who's ready to shoot.
William and Mary moves fast. Everybody can shoot threes. They have this warm-up drill where everybody just heaves them from the top of the key. It is fun to watch this team. This is about the longest they will hold the ball all night. Down low, it goes to the big German. Brockhoff makes it look easy, and it's 3-2 in the early going.
Yeah, playing their customary man-to-man defense. for Campbell here. It's going to be important to have good possessions where you're taking good shots. They've done it throughout the season, but this is a strong, talented William & Mary defense, and they try to force turnovers, do a nice job getting in passing lanes.
Johnson gets mugged on his way to the hoop, and the call is made. Bert Smith is our referee, Jerry Heater, Anthony Eads, the umpires. We got a good crew here on a Thursday night in Buies Creek. Gregory, one of the returning Camels on this new whip team under first-year head coach John Anderson. William & Mary, one of the biggest turnarounds in the country last year with their second-year head coach Brian Earl. DJ Smith, short, rebound fought for. Buka ends up on the floor. Lowe comes out with it into the corner. Three on the way from the Swede, and he gets it to go down. Tunde Valberg Vasasi. It's a mouthful, a hyphenated last name. Campbell off the make, bucket comes back. Jeremiah Johnson can't get it to fall. This is the pace we thought we'd see between these two teams. Lowe, Pulliam pulls it for three, off the mark.
And if they see a crease, if there's an opening in transition, they're not afraid to pull up from beyond the three-point line.
Jeremiah Johnson can't get it to go. Campbell just 2 threes in a poor shooting night. They lost in a good game to Charleston on Sunday. Whistle and a foul. They're going to get the big fella. Brockhoff down low for the push on Buka. Campbell has won 3 of their last 4 games. They are finally healthy, particularly down low. Buka, and you'll see coming off the bench, Chris Fields, 2 of the best rebounders in the entire conference. DJ Smith somehow all alone against this William & Mary team that he lit up for 39, and he drains it.
And he'll make you pay. You have to close out on him strong and cannot allow him to have any room to operate because his teammates will find him. He's got that quick release. Good looking shot from Smith.
Into the corner, in and out. As Cade Haskins, he made 5 3-pointers in a game against UNCW earlier this year. Everybody capable for this team. That's why it makes them so fun to watch. It's a fun style of play. Jeremiah Johnson doing it himself. A little bit of contact, and he still gets it to go down. That's a good sign for Campbell. They have already matched the amount of threes that they had on Sunday night against Charleston.
And it's important to get off to a good start shooting that three-point shot. It's almost like it's contagious. Everybody gets into a feel from the outside. Nice look there from Johnson. Felt like he got contact, too, as he shot it.
A mismatch, and Gregory holding on for dear life. Burkhoff got deep. And here comes the subs. We told you you will see a lot of them, including the man that we featured in the open, number 0, Reese Miller, is going to be set to check in after this free throw, and Campbell has their super sub, Chris Fields, as well. That foul is on Gregory, his first, team's first. Killian Brockhoff out of Germany, the transfer out of St. Louis, shooting 71% from 3. He plays down low, but he can back up and hit some. He hit 8 3-pointers on his way to a career-high 28 points against Hofstra earlier this year. And the German sinks them both. It's a 2-point Campbell lead. We saw Miller come in, and then Finn Lala comes in as well, the New Zealander.
Well, William & Mary can play at that pace because they have the reserves, and they bring them in, just shuttle them in throughout the ballgame, allowing everybody to stay as fresh as possible.
Campbell is not deep. Injuries. They have 2 out for the year. 1, Enoch Colombe, suffered a broken orbital bone and a concussion in a game right before Christmas. He would be a key reserve. And they are going to stop play. And they are going to either look at the monitor or go to a break here. We will take a look at maybe what they saw down low. As Smith loses the ball, we'll come back and sort all this out. when we come back after the break. A spirited start, the two highest scoring teams in the CAA going after it on a Thursday night in Buies Creek, North Carolina.
You know, we talk a lot about building a strong team. It starts with strong people. Here at Wilkinson, Chevrolet, Cadillac, and GMC is exactly that. They're family owned right here in Sanford, right down the road from the creek. Every season, Wilkinson puts me behind the wheel of a brand new vehicle so I can focus on what matters the most: our program, our team, and our next step. Wilkinson, Cadillac, Chevrolet, and GMC, pushing the Fighting Camels forward one season at a time.
I'm John Mark.
And I'm JJ.
We're part of your Fighting Camels football team. Just like a quarterback needs his offensive line to protect him in the pocket, you and your family need a trusted insurance provider to protect your home, auto, life, and business.
Magnum Insurance is an orange-owned agency with better prices and better service, and they can customize the policy that fits you.
So give Magnum Insurance a call today or stop by one of their convenient locations or coats are done.
Roll Hops.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger for you and add a McChicken for $1. Because being able to take your little brother out is a big deal. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
Do you love cheering on your Fighting Camels? Imagine living just a few miles from Campbell University. I'm Maddie Dean with Mattamy Homes, proud sponsor of your Fighting Camels. Mattamy offers several communities in Harnett County that could be the ideal place for your dream home. Explore our single family and townhomes featuring 2 to 5 bedrooms, up to 3.5 bathrooms, plus 3-car garage options, all created with your comfort in mind. Visit us today and see why a Mattamy home is the perfect place to call home.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixins to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
Welcome back to Buies Creek. This broadcast is brought to you in part by First Citizens Bank, the exclusive bank of Campbell Athletics, Pepsi, the official beverage provider of CU, and Discover Done, your gateway to Campbell University. Thanks for tuning us in. Our TV partners as well, WITN 5.2 in Eastern North Carolina, and our friends at WRAL2. And everybody tuning in Flo College. We will also be on these same stations and in Wilmington on Saturday when Campbell takes on UNCW at 4. UNCW, the first place team in the conference. William and Mary was up at the top third of the conference, but they have lost more than they have won, trying to get some consistency. When we talked to Coach Earl yesterday, Pulliam, he just waits for the double and triple team to fade away. Everybody did, and he's able to sink it.
Yeah, and sometimes patience pays off there as the defense kind of collapsed back and fell in. He had an open look.
There is Chris Fields. We talked about how important he is. Fields got a knee to the head in a game against Minnesota a week or so before Christmas. He didn't come back until the middle of January. And Jay, he was averaging nearly a double-double. So was Davidas Butka. The two, when they are on the floor for the same game, Campbell is 8-2 when those two are both playing against non-Power 5 teams, and that just shows you a little bit about their impact. And again, sometimes they're playing without both of them during conference play. They're taking away 2 double-digit scorers and rebounders. That was really, really tough for Campbell to navigate.
You just hate for these players that they had to go through that injury period, and then for the team overall, because they are 2 talented players. You see the impact just based off of those numbers of when they're in the ball game, when they're able to play, the success that Campbell has had. Now, yeah, I've been impressed with how Campbell's handled all these injuries, Chris. I mean, it is difficult when you're going through the rash of injuries and playing with a short bench, and you're still able to win ball games. Campbell has persevered. They've shown so much toughness, fight, and they've gotten big wins. But now you just hope that this team can peak and get healthy here and close out the season strong. Yeah, there were some games where Campbell literally had 2 or 3 players in uniform on the bench, and that was it. And it's also practice, too. When you've got guys out, you can't practice the way you normally would, and it's just hard overall just to have that rhythm and consistency. Boy, Fields split a triple team, but
can't get the ball to Buka, so he gets it back, puts it up in transition, and doesn't get it to go down. Both of these teams will zoom down the court. Miller, we talked about on that pull-up, not that time, but it ends up a good pass.
Well, and for William, and Chris, for William and Mary, for the Tribe, you know, we talk about patience. They don't want to play with patience. They want quick shots. There's a look, and Johnson there finding his look.
Johnson has come out on fire. He's got 5 early points. And back and forth we go. Already a couple ties and a couple of lead changes. Lowry out, top of the key. Gets it poked away, but right into the hands of Emmanuel, who gets fouled. Nearly got the bucket as well, but he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 2. That game we talked about, that epic game, it was on national TV. It was 104-96. Campbell beat William & Mary at William & Mary. There were so many, it was like 5 different games in one game as the first free throws go in. Campbell led by 25 in the first half. You thought this was going to be a laugher. William & Mary came all the way back. It was a 1- and 2-possession game in the last 4 minutes. So even though Campbell had a huge lead, even though Campbell was on the road and was in the 100s, the game was still in doubt until the last couple of possessions. I had never seen anything like it. The 2 teams in regulation combining for 200 points.
It was wild, and that was an early start, 12 p.m. too. So usually it takes a little while to get going. Both teams were raring to go shooting the ball. And it was just one of those games that both teams had huge swings in that ball game.
Jeremiah Johnson, he's feeling it tonight. Nothing but the bottom of the net. He's got 9 points, and Campbell has their largest lead of the game.
And the problem with defending Johnson is if you close out strong on him, he'll drive past you. When that outside shot is hitting, it really puts the defender in a bind.
Burkhoff, I told you he could shoot him from out there. Buka clears the boards. DJ Smith from way downtown. Not this time. Buka battles for the rebound, gets the steal, goes up and gets blocked. What a play by Haskins. And here come the drive. Miller to the hole over Cook. Ball goes out of bounds. Campbell will get the ball back. They are letting them bruise and beat on each other down in the painted area, aren't they, tonight?
Yeah, and Miller, he didn't look at the officials there, but he got hit pretty good. He's going out of the ball game, but as a player, you just want the game to be called and know how it's going to be officiated and know where the flow is going to be. And right now, hey, these guys are playing, and you have to kind of adjust to how the game's unfolding.
Full court pressure, you'll see it often from William & Mary. Campbell has pretty much everybody on the floor can handle the ball. They really got 2 point guards out there with DJ Smith and Jeremiah Johnson. Johnson finds Gregory. Gregory has been a really good spot-up shooter. He's the team's best defender, 7 in white. Johnson, good find. Tassos, Cook got it. Cook has been the best 3-point shooter percentage-wise in CAA play, shooting a 41% clip.
But the double team came over on Johnson and kept his eyes up.
Wild play down low, out of control. Pulliam, he's bailed out by a foul. 12:36 to go in this opening half. Campbell's expanded their lead to 7. What have you thought of the first handful of minutes here, Jay?
Campbell on the offensive end is doing a good job with their shot selection, but the main reason for this lead is the accuracy of the 3-point line. Campbell coming out here, 6 made threes already in this ball game. And if you can shoot at a high clip, it just puts so much pressure on your opponent because you're not even trading possessions. You're almost one-upping them with that high percentage.
Pulliam, top 10 in the CAA in free throw percentage at 82%. He's also the top 10 in steals. That's the thing about William & Mary. They're not only deep, everybody pretty much is ranked in something. 3-pointers, steals, rebounds, assists. They're one of the best assist teams in the entire country. They're the best in the CAA. It's a team that they lead the country now in average possession length. If quickness of it. Just under 14 seconds is what they average per possession, and that's why they average nearly 80 points per game, which is in the top 40.
And they don't turn the ball over, and then they create turnovers. So they're one of the best assist-to-turnover ratios in the league. And, you know, when you play fast and the ball comes over here, good catch, Chris. But when you play fast, you don't turn it over, and you take good shots, you're going to score a lot of points. And you don't really see weaknesses with William and Mary on the offensive end.
That's why I think it's been frustrating for this coaching staff, for these players even, that William and Mary has been just inconsistent. They've been a streaky team this year. There's Miller. But they, like many teams in this league, feel that if they can get some consistency going to the CAA tournament, they can do something. Look, UNCW has lost twice in conference play, both games to William and Mary. And there on cue, Miller finds Brockoff for the easy dunk. And just like that, it's a 3-point deficit.
And that trouble that UNCW has had with them doesn't surprise me, because their style is different than most teams in the league. I mean, just the tempo that they play with, and they don't have any dominant post players, but everybody's really interchangeable. They can switch on defense, so they kind of have that matchup down with UNCW and just feel good when they're playing the Seahawks.
Good first step by Cook, but he loses the ball underneath again. The active hands of this team. Frazier into the game for the first time. The ball dribbles out of bounds, and that will bring us to a media timeout. We're getting what we thought we would get. These two teams trading buckets back and forth, and Jeremiah Johnson, he's got 3 threes so far, 9 points to lead all scorers. The CAA standings, they're a mess right now. Look at that logjam separating 4th place with down to 11th places, just 2 games in the loss column. Everybody will have 4 games for the most part after today. Look, 12 and 13 down at the bottom. A&T and Northeastern, they're in that spots right now. They play on the first day of the tournament. Everybody else except the top 4 will play the next day. That is 5 all the way through 11. There are no breaks in days, so if you get a double bye, 3 games in 3 days, 3 wins, you punch your ticket to the NCAA tournament. If you're not in the top 4, It's 4-4. It's doable. We saw Delaware came all the way from the play-in game last year to play in the championship. They won 4 games in 4 days. They needed to win 5 and couldn't do it, but that is how important the seeding is. And if somebody gets on the road, good look down low to Budka. He can't get it, but he tries to tip it back in. If one of these 2 teams here get hot in the next 2 weeks, they could find themselves in a double bye situation.
Yeah, and you want to be playing your best basketball at the end of the season, and that bye that's a nice take from Miller, but that bye, Chris, it's really important because you're going to make it much more difficult on yourself, and you've got to play well to win it anyways. But if you can give yourself a rest or a shorter runway, it's just going to give you greater odds once you get to the final championship game.
DJ can't get the 3 to go down, but Budka fighting for the foul, got fouled underneath. These 2 teams run and gun, and there's a lot of finesse, but there's some physical play going on downstairs too.
They are, and when you watch that block area in the paint, I mean, guys just wrestling for position, and it's fun to watch those guys because sometimes the ball's out on the perimeter moving around, but you see those bigs down there, and they're just trying to do anything they can to get in position to try to force the entry pass, and Boym and Budka going at it.
That foul was on Lowry first, and now the foul on Pulliam, and that is Jerry Heater. You will see him doing some big-time games on the weekend, so Pulliam was trying to argue with him, but he's saying, no, sir. That is already the 15th foul on the try. Down low to Budka. Budka, not being held this time, is able to put it up and put it in. That's his first bucket of the game.
A quick pass, and once you get it up top, you look to your big down there. If he's set up, go ahead. Throw it in there quickly, and Budka with a nice release.
Boy, good look to Frazier. So many cuts going back and forth. Of course, Earl was a star at Princeton. There are some Princeton offense philosophies in this, but it's the Princeton offense in steroids, the way that they run.
Yeah, and they play fast, and they have quick cuts, and Johnson just continued to have a great first half, Chris.
Jeremiah Johnson gets it to go down. Campbell plays as Miller shoots one after the made basket. Jeremiah Johnson. Gets the rebound. Campbell head coach John Andrushek, of course, an assistant with national championship. NCAA national champions Florida last year. They run and gun as well. There's the head coach. The philosophy has translated. These are 2 really, really good young head coaches.
And you can see with the way they play, how the attention to detail is there, how they play defense, both ends of the court, and you're right, both these coaches have a great philosophy. I like the styles that they play with, and it's fun to watch.
Jeremiah Johnson throws it over to DJ Smith. Smith flies through the air, blocked from behind. Pulliam got up in the air and swatted it away. William & Mary can tie with a 3, but Pulliam turning defense into offense. He gets fouled on his way to the hole. He was frustrated on a foul call a little bit earlier, and he has channeled that energy into earning a trip to the free throw line.
And he's at 11 points per game, and Chris, you've talked just about how it's a balanced scoring load. I mean, so many different guys can hurt you. Pulliam using that left hand kind of brings about a different style to this offense with the way he can drive, and also has a good outside shot.
Preseason all CAA Pulliam out of Silver Spring, Maryland. 7th in the CAA free throw percentage at 83%. And he is 3 of 4. And Campbell's lead is 2. Smith been held to just 3 points on 1 of 7 shooting. You could guarantee William & Mary was not going to let him get 39 tonight. Newton down low. 5 on the shot clock. Johnson draws the foul and will go to the free throw line. That foul on Valberg Fasasi. Johnson bringing a whole lot of energy tonight.
Yeah, for Johnson, he's looking for his shot, knows how to create the contact. He's just a complete offensive player, though. I mean, and you see when he's in this offense playing the 2 guard, also playing the point guard, he brings so much valuable in how John Andershek can use him depending on who's in the ball game. If he wants DJ Smith to have the ball in his hands or play off, you know, these two guys can kind of play each other's positions, and they play at the same high level.
He is an 85% free throw shooter, so a rare miss. He makes the next one. Miller, Haskins come back into the game for William and Mary. Chris Fields will come into the game for Campbell. Jeremiah Johnson, a former four-star recruit. Kansas, Kentucky, Oklahoma looking at him. He was at a playground playing a pickup game where a party down the street got out of control. He was hit with a couple of stray bullets. Great story posted on Go Camels MBB about him just this week. Boy, that's a nice look and a dish. Emmanuel thunders it home with an exclamation point.
Buka down low, trying to get into position.
Fields stripped on his way to the bucket. The Tribe will get the ball back with a chance to tie with a 2 or take the lead with a 3. William and Mary hasn't had the lead since 2 minutes in. Rockoff over to Haskins. Haskins being pounded by Buka. Good look. 3 for the lead. Emmanuel gets it, and William and Mary has a 1-point advantage.
When they swing the ball, move it, Emmanuel's ready to shoot it. That's a difficult pass.
On the inbound, a steal, and just like that, Lowe kisses it off the glass for 2, and John Andershek not happy with that careless turnover under the basket. Here comes William and Mary. It's a 7-0 run over the last minute. They're playing beyond the arc and above the rim. Back to Bowie's Creek.
Do you love cheering on your fighting camels? Imagine living just a few miles from Campbell University. I'm Maddie Dean with Mattamy Homes, proud sponsor of your fighting camels. Mattamy offers several communities in Harnett County that could be the ideal place for your dream home. Explore our single family and townhomes featuring 2 to 5 bedrooms, up to 3.5 bathrooms, plus 3-car garage options, all created with your comfort in mind. Visit us today and see why a Mattamy home is the perfect place to call home.
Should I be selling right now?
I gotta get a bigger place.
What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate? Oh, that's pretty. How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
Hello, I'm home. There he is. What is happening?
Relax. We won. They brought back the snack wrap. Spicy or ranch?
Spicy.
Yeah, go. Yeah. Just one little bite. Can you stop? Oh, sorry.
Gather your crew. Snack Wrap is back.
Welcome back to Bowie's Creek. Campbell head coach John Andershek had to come back and basically recruit a whole new team after winning the national championship with Florida. He got a late start, but boy, did he get some big-time players. Jeremiah Johnson, DJ Smith, Davidas Butka, each of them have been players of the week in the conference. DJ has been 3 times. No other team in the CAA has 3 players that have been CAA players of the week. That tells you something about the recruiting from John Andershek, and that's the reason why they got him, because they have a system, and it was proven at Columbia and San Francisco and Washington State and Florida. guys that may be undervalued that he knows can fit in the system and really do something in each of those players and more are thriving here at Campbell.
Well, it also just says you can bring in players and guys can star in different roles, and you can put different guys together and have an opportunity to play and make a big impact.
Boy, that's a big strip by Haskins. Campbell has been careless with the ball lately, and if you're careless with the ball, it is going to be turned into 2 points pretty quickly, at the very least, on the other end. 5 turnovers for Campbell in this first half, make it 6. What's been going on with the turnovers here lately, Jay?
A couple of them have been careless, and you don't want to say all of them have been, but here are a couple. I mean, first kind of 10 minutes, Campbell only had 1 turnover, now up to 6, and they just got to do a better job of protecting and value in the basketball.
Boy, Emmanuel has been a man possessed every time he gets the basketball. Number 23 in green there, he goes to the bucket with a vengeance. Take a look at this first step. And he almost threw another one down. Fields is called for the foul. It is his first, the team's 5th. Campbell is already in the bonus. William & Mary is close to getting there. And look, Coach Brian Earl for William & Mary knows they wore down Campbell as that high-scoring game went on. So he has already played 9 players through the first half of this first half, and he is really substituting freely. Campbell has had just 2 come off the bench. Ball gets tipped that time, but Campbell falling victim to the active hands of William & Mary. Johnson. Now Budka looking for the lob. Fields, that's a tough catch. He's able to kick it out. Cook for 3. Campbell hasn't hit a bucket in the last 3 minutes. Emmanuel cut off baseline now. He'll go to the middle of the lane, throws it up. Fields wants to run. Fields down low to Budka. It goes off his hands and out of bounds.
And Campbell just a little bit out of rhythm, out of sorts there. That's a strong fast break drive. But I think that's one where you take it all the way.
Yep.
And try to finish yourself. And, you know, unselfish and maybe making the extra pass, and previous possession, same thing. There's a lob pass, but you just got to sometimes just kind of take it on yourself and kind of be the aggressor and create for your own shot.
It's a 10-0 run now for William & Mary over the last 2:20. Campbell led by as many as 7 in that first half. Tribe now with their largest lead. Miller trying to add to it. Gregory pulls down the rebound. Budka from Gregory, no. William & Mary comes back the other day. Pulliam. And a foul down low. Campbell plays fast, but not as fast as William & Mary, and they are getting sped up a bit on offense. That's what I'm seeing.
They are, and you see a look here, and I just think you got to take that all the way or pull the ball back out. That's tough to catch that ball when the defenders are so close. But you're right, it's about the speed right now. Campbell not playing at the pace and the patience to take good shots here the past few possessions.
Pulliam uncharacteristic. We talked about his free throw shooting prowess. He's missed 2 here. Shooting 82% during the season. This is a William & Mary team leading the CAA points per game assist, where they're top 20 in the country. Assist rate 64%, and fastest average length of possession. They have built the lead to 7, their largest. Johnson. He's been the answer for Campbell offensively tonight. He's got 16.
He's been fantastic, and his accuracy from the outside. 4 made 3-pointers has been the difference.
Now Campbell with the turnover. It's a 4-on-2. DJ Smith flies through the air. No, but the tip in. Can't happen. Brockhoff a tip for himself, and here comes William & Mary. We got ourselves a track meet, and we'll take a break as Miller will go to the free throw line for his chance at a 3-point play. My goodness, getting whiplash watching it go back and forth.
And off of a miss, they turned the ball up the court quickly. And Campbell trying to get out on the run and missed that shot. And the William & Mary just comes right back, and Miller is just going downhill.
That's a foul on Johnson, his first, team's 7. So both teams will be in the one-on-one bonus, and Campbell just nothing breaking their way right now.
And for Campbell, you just have to try to mitigate these runs. And the teams are going to get on hot stretches, but you just can't allow them to try to really stretch it out for this amount of time.
Boy, Miller has a quick first step. Couldn't get it. Campbell will get the ball back with 4:34 to go in the first. There's a look at Coach Earl, what he has done. So 16-plus wins in each of the last 2 years. Look, William & Mary, they're the second oldest university in the country. They've been playing basketball for 121 years. They have had 16 or more wins in a season 22 times. He's responsible for 2 of them. He has brought winning back to the Tribe. DJ. It has been tough going, but it's left Jeremiah Johnson open, and he has gone to work. He's got 18 points after a made basket. Here we go. Emmanuel gets fouled and will go to the free throw line. 4:02 to go in the first. Okay, if you're Campbell, how do you slow down the Tribe? I mean, that was after a made basket, and in 3 seconds, they get a chance at a layup.
I mean, the biggest thing is you've got to hustle back in transition defense and at least try to cut off that initial surge. Force William & Mary to pass the ball a couple times. I mean, it's a challenge, and you've got to contest the shot. But I think the biggest thing is after a make or a miss, you've got to sprint back, and that's got to be the first step, is everybody getting back, because if somebody isn't back, they'll try to attack with numbers, and even without numbers, they're going to try to be fast. You just want to try to make it as difficult for them and not give them their first option.
Emmanuel hits both, and it's back to a 6-point lead. Emmanuel leading William & Mary 10 big points off of the bench. Bucha, boy, it is tough down low. Got his shot blocked, got it back. He is triple teamed, and a whistle and a foul. That'll bring us to our final media timeout of the first half. William & Mary, what they run here late in the first half, up on Campbell 37-31. Jeremiah Johnson, we featured him in the pregame, and he has lived up to the billing. Johnson, 18 points already, over his average of 17, what he's been averaging in CAA play. 6 of 8 for the field, 4 of 5 from 3. He's also got a team-high 4 assists to go along with it. What has made him so effective tonight?
A little bit of everything. The outside shot, the three-point ball has been falling. 4 made threes, but also you got a defense closing out. You can drive to the hoop, and he's a strong, physical kid, and he's been able to finish at the rim, and he's just a guy that plays with such good pace, lets the game come to him, but he's confident when he shoots the ball.
Putka, the front end of a 1-and-1, misses off the front iron. We've talked about it before, too. DJ Smith has a lot of headlines. He's scored 30-plus points 3 times. He is usually always in the 20s, leading the CAA in scoring in conference play, but Campbell has so many other options. DJ not having yet the night he usually has as Burkhoff misses the 3. It goes out of bounds. Campbell will get it, but Campbell has other options. You can shut down DJ, and Campbell can still score some points on him.
Yeah, I mean, there's different guys, and DJ, and all these guys, because everybody's had different nights, and right now, just trying to find a way to keep up with William and Mary, what they're able to do, and the turnovers, Chris, have been the issue here in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the 8th turnover of the game so far for Campbell. 8 turnovers have led to 10 William and Mary points, and that's the difference right now. Haskins, good look. Emmanuel, he's been living on that baseline. That time Campbell pushes him to the middle and gets a little bit of help.
Well, the turnovers, you don't want to have that against any team, but especially you don't want that against a highly efficient, fast-paced team, because it just gives them more opportunities to have success.
Putka all the way to the bucket, not this time. We saw 200 total points in game 1 when these two teams met. Campbell won 104-96. William and Mary wants to get to the 100 mark, return the favor. Haskins is a handful. Everybody can shoot threes on this William and Mary team as a team. They've shot 34% on the year. DJ Smith taking it down low, trying to draw a foul to not. 9-point Tribe lead, their largest of the ballgame. Gregory takes it out of the air. He gets fouled by Lowe, and he'll go to the free throw line.
Good defense from Gregory. And that's how you slow down the offense, is with active hands. When the opponent telegraphs it, go ahead, try to be aggressive, get that ball. You have that quick foul to send him to the line.
There's a good look at Gregory. What a great year he has. He does everything, especially on the defensive end. He'll always be on the opponent's best scoring threat. Misses that free throw there. Also leads his Campbell team in assists. Things have just not gone Campbell's way the last half of this first half. Lowe is having a little bit of trouble. He's been frustrated with a foul, a turnover, and then a miss there. Campbell needs to try to cut into this 9-point lead. Cook. Johnson finds Cook. Open for 3. No, but Fields is down there, goes up, gets fouled, and will go to the free throw line. Kyle Frazier ended up on the floor. He thought he was deposited there by Fields, but it'll be free throws for Campbell here.
For Campbell here, you got cut into this lead, 1:33 left in the ball game, and 7 free throw attempts for Campbell, but you need to close this a half out strong with some momentum. And in a halftime break, I'm sure the adjustments for Campbell is going to be about protecting the basketball, getting back in transition defense, forcing William and Mary to maybe take that second option on offense instead of trying to get that first option as quick as possible.
Campbell led by 4, but an 11-0 run by William and Mary turned this game on its ear. It ended up being a 16-5 run altogether, and that has created the separation. Campbell led by 7 early in this game at the 12:50 mark, but it's been all William and Mary ever since. so quick. So many cuts, so many passes. The open three doesn't go down that time. Johnson. Down low, Buka. Buka called for the travel. He thought he was helped to the floor. And that is turnover number 9 for Campbell. Buka has been having all kinds of trouble down there. Every time he does get the ball, it seems like there's 2 or 3 green jerseys around him. He's just 1 of 7 from the floor.
Well, the game plan is collapse on Buka when the ball is entered into the post. Just try to make it difficult on him to try to get the ball out and make sure he doesn't have room to operate.
Miller wide open for 3, and he hits it. It's the 4th 3 of the first half for William and Mary. They are 4 of 10 from downtown. Cook will go to the free throw line. Double-digit lead for William and Mary. They have played really, really well. Again, pressure defense, turning to turnovers, and when they get the ball, whether it's after a turnover or a made basket or a miss, they are right down your throat, aren't they?
There's no hesitation, and there's a style that they play with, and they just look like they're comfortable and kind of everybody's on the same page. They're shooting the ball really well here in the first half.
52%. Campbell is 7 of 14 from 3. That is good news, as Campbell made just 2 threes the entire game, 1 each half. And the loss against Charleston, but Campbell just 35% altogether. Campbell from 2 is 3 of 15, and that is unusual.
And that's where that discrepancy is. It's the three-point shots kind of keeping Campbell in the ball game here, but the twos haven't been following. The turnovers have been too high here in the first half. Now Campbell's using a different defense here with his own look.
Yep, little bit of pressure here. There is about 0.5 or is 0.5 difference between the shot and game clock. So William and Mary, if they want to, can basically hold it for the final shot of this half. Campbell without a field goal in the last 3 minutes and 46 seconds. They have had a couple of droughts here. Big game, as we talked about, is these two teams log jam with a lot of other CAA teams in the middle. Campbell will be back here on Saturday. The road does not get much easier. UNCW, the leaders of the conference, with a 2-game lead on Charleston for first place in the conference, will be here on Saturday. Campbell will then hit the road next week, as they will have a Thursday-Saturday tilt at Drexel and at Towson. Big city swing as they go to Philadelphia and Baltimore. They'll be back here on March 3rd against NCA&T. But the 2 remaining home games after tonight, you'll be able to see them if you're watching them now on WRAL2 and WITN 5.2. Thank you for joining us on our linear TV partners and on Flo College. 9 seconds to go. Down low. Emmanuel. Strong move, can't get it to go. Campbell with a 3/4 court heave by Newton that falls short. And that is how that first half will end. The Tribe turned it on late. Defense into offense and leading Campbell 43-35. Back with the Mattamy Homes halftime report after the break. Welcome to the Mattamy Homes Halftime Report. Mattamy Homes building better, smarter homes, including 4 new neighborhoods just minutes away from Campbell's campus. Head to mattamyhomes.com for more information. They are having a parade of student athletes. All of these student athletes that you see, they are pouring out of the stands. They are all the student athletes with the GPAs to make the honor rolls, not only in the CAA, but here in Campbell. And Jay, one of the many things as Campbell has moved into the CAA, they not only have been winning, but they also have had record GPAs across the entire athletic department, let alone the 21 different teams. So truly here at Campbell, the students and the athletes, along with former student athlete and football player at East Carolina, Jay Sunhalter. I'm Chris Hamemeyer. Boy, it has seemed like football sometime in the paint. This is a physical game, yet at the same time, William and Mary, they seem to be in a different gear. And after the first 8 minutes of the game that were really dominated by Campbell, they started turning up the pressure, turning defense into offense, and they are sitting pretty with an 8-point lead right now.
Yeah, they're playing with the pace that they want to play at, which is ultra speed. And at that first 5 minutes, it wasn't at the level they wanted, but then since that point they turned it on. They get out on the run. They're taking good shots quickly once they gain possession. They create a lot of opportunities with the result of creating turnovers, and they're able to execute, and that's what really kind of propelled them. And then there towards the end, they started to hit the three-point shot. But overall, Chris, 50% from the field is going to give you a high rate of success.
Look, and you knew this was going to happen, but they came in saying DJ Smith is not going to beat us, because you know what? DJ Smith beat them last time with 39 points in a game where Campbell scored 104. They have shut down Smith. Johnson has been out there, but Campbell is going to need somebody else to contribute.
There's got to be another presence there scoring the basketball, and I would expect DJ Smith to come back. He always does in the second half. I'd expect him to come out and shoot the ball well. Johnson has been great. Also, Campbell needs Butka. There has to be a presence down in the paint area. He doesn't have a shot attempt yet. He's got to find a way to get something going.
We've talked about William and Mary, too. They are really deep. They realize Campbell, because of injuries, does not have a deep bench. And I think you looked up and you looked at the stats, and it was 8 minutes in, and they had already played 10.
Yeah, and that's their kind of calling card, is every time somebody goes in, they play for a couple minutes, and then they've got guys ready to come in the ball game. It's kind of everybody knowing their role. And they all look similar, too. I mean, they're all about 6'4", 6'5". They all can shoot, and they can be interchangeable. So it's going to be important here for Campbell to find a way to get off to a good start here. Protecting the basketball has to be number one. Protect it here in the second half, and then get other guys going shooting the ball.
The winner of this game will most likely vault into the top half of the conference standings. And as we said, it's all about looking about seedings now as the conference tournament looms in Washington, D.C., just 2 weeks away. We'll be back with more of the Mattamy Homes Halftime Report after these messages as William and Mary leads Campbell at the half.
When you think of family, what comes to mind? A home, a bond, a purpose? Is it the trust behind every pass? The strength to rise through every setback, or the pride that echoes in every victory? Because family isn't defined by a jersey. It's forged in the obstacles that we overcome together. Here at Campbell, family is who we are. Here, every moment isn't lived, it's remembered. Every challenge shapes us. Every triumph lifts us. But at the heart of family is the moments we share. It's the sacrifices that no one sees. The unshakable love that carries us through. It's what makes us stronger. It's what makes us one. This is family. This is what we play for. This is Campbell.
This is the CAA on Flow College.
Sorry we're late. Wasn't the family, right?
Who are you? We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler. That pool's for us. There's no lifeguard. Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you. Pepsi. I'm not needed here.
It really is a perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
It's all about the deal at Capital Ford of Lillington. That's why we're lowering all our prices. Don't miss these huge savings across our massive inventory of new and used vehicles. We make it easy to buy used with confidence. Always backed by our VIP protection plan, a 3-month, 3,000-mile no-cost premium warranty. Plus, we do extensive reconditioning for all our pre-owned vehicles. At Capital Ford of Lillington, we're all about the deal. The lowest price, the lowest payment, the lowest interest rate, and the most for your trade. Visit us today or shop online at capitalfordoflillington.com.
New beginnings. Familiar faces. Championship driven. The drama. The passion. The excitement. United in excellence. It all culminates in the nation's capital, the CAA. It starts here.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger for you and add a McChicken for $1. Because being able to take your little brother out is a big deal. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
Welcome back to the Mattamy Homes halftime report. William and Mary and Campbell, as these two teams combined for 200 points the first time they met, and it started with a bang. Campbell got it going early from downtown, and then William and Mary, like they've been doing in transition, whether it's a made basket, a steal, they just can shoot so quickly. Campbell got it going from beyond the arc, though, and that's what's kept them in this game. 7 threes in the first half.
Yeah, Johnson has been the primary three-point shooter. His ability to stretch it out, 4 made three-pointers was huge. And for Campbell, we talked the previous break, Chris, just about somebody else stepping up. They've got to find another score to take some of that pressure off Johnson. The big thing is slowing down William and Mary when they have the ball.
And Jeremiah Johnson, he has just been unconscious. DJ Smith with only 3 points in that first half, but he already has 18, but he's been unselfish too with 4 assists. And down low, as you can see, Buka just hasn't been able to get going for Campbell.
Buka double-double machine. They need his production. It's been really good defense on him. They've been trying to find ways to get the ball out of his hands, but on the other side, William and Mary just doing a little bit of everything and stretching out the lead to 8 points. But I think Campbell here during the halftime break is going to be a message on offense to get others the ball, and on defense trying to make it more difficult, maybe pressure, maybe switch to his zone defenses. We'll see in the second half.
Yeah, William and Mary shooting 50% in that first half, 4 of 10 from 3. They also got to the line 15 times and hit 11 buckets and forced Campbell into 9 turnovers. William and Mary, they have been balanced like they always are. Emmanuel leading the way with 10. Miller has 9 for Campbell. It's Jeremiah Johnson with 18. Nobody else with more than 5. We had a whale of a second half the first time these two teams met. What will the second half have in store? Come on back and find out. This is the Mattamy Homes halftime report from Campbell. We take a look at the McDonald's stat sheet. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Shooting like that, plus forcing those turnovers. You can see why William & Mary is up 8.
William & Mary here, one of their top players, Miller. We talked to the Open how he comes off the bench, and he had 9 points in the first half, but this will be quick rotations. Starters are going to play for a couple minutes. They'll go straight to their bench, so important for Campbell to get off to a good start here, especially just protecting the basketball, making sure they make good decisions on the offensive end. And you're not going to slow down this William & Mary team's pace, Chris, but you have to find a way to just make them uncomfortable or go through their second or third option and do something they're not used to.
A big game in the schedule, just 4 games remaining for most of the conference after today's game. Coming into today's game, William & Mary in 7th, Campbell in 8th, but they're both just 1 game in the loss column out of 4th. And you get in the top 4, you get a double bye, and the CAA tournament coming up in D.C. in a couple of weeks. There is a block underneath as DJ Smith, that is just a matter of physics that he is going to go down.
That was a huge collision. We're here at midcourt. Felt like we could feel it from here. Good that Smith was able to get up, but that was big impact there on the block.
So Brockhoff, who has been effective down low, puts a high arcing free throw that goes in. He's 3 of 3 from the line. William & Mary 12 of 16. Off the front of the rim. Newton makes the rebound, and here comes Campbell. Originally starting 5 for both of these teams out on the floor to start the second half. Campbell led by as many as 7 in that first half. The Tribe led by as many as 10. Newton double teamed. Over to Jeremiah Johnson. Good defense by William & Mary. They're closing out with a vengeance. Gregory has to heave to try to beat the shot clock. Campbell tips the rebound out.
Oh, good job there hitting glass to get that board.
Johnson in trouble. Budka. Boy, there are green jerseys all over the place.
And they're trying to trap bringing double teams over.
5 on the shot clock. Into the corner, Gregory. He flies, hangs, and hits.
A good recovery there by Campbell. Facing that pressure, staying patient and a strong drive.
Valberg Fasasi hampered with 3 fouls in that first half. Usually a much bigger part of their offense. Brockhoff, the big German, just rolls his way to the bucket and gets another foul call, and will go to the free throw line. William & Mary wants it to bring it to Campbell in the paint, at least to start this second half.
You can tell their mindset is to get the ball inside. Coming out of the break, first couple possessions here, they're trying to attack that spot.
Brockhoff misses it. William & Mary fans won't want to hear this, but some trivia for you. The 4 oldest teams in Division I men's basketball that have not made an appearance in the NCAA tournament. One of them is William & Mary. William & Mary has been around 121 years. They're still looking to break through into March Madness. They believe Brian Earl can get them there. 3 other teams that have been around for a long time playing Division I basketball have not made it. I'll give you a second here. Jeremiah Johnson into the corner. Gregory hits it.
Do I have a timer on me?
And it's 45-40. No, we'll wait till another free throw and do it. And those, no, go into your phone. Those that are watching us regionally across the state. In and out. Valberg Fasasi having a tough night. So Campbell has cut it to 5. This is a big possession here.
Yeah, you just kind of feel like Campbell on the verge of going on a run, but you're right. They need to get another good look here.
Johnson. Gregory steps up with a man in his face, well short, but William and Mary will throw it away.
There's 7 turnover. That's kind of a careless one by the Tribe.
Mass substitutions, and boy, when you could bring guys like Miller off the bench, and he was big, but I was impressed with Emmanuel. He was just the Energizer Bunny coming off the bench. He was all over the place. A couple of dunks, always driving baseline.
It's a good size, 6'6".
We'll see what adjustments Campbell made on him. Gregory is getting aggressive, and he gets fouled by Miller on his drive.
I like the mindset that he's come out here with, just looking to create for himself. They had a missed three-pointer earlier there with the drive, but he's a guy that has a lot of length to his shot. He can really create with his size from the outside, but also going against Pulliam here, he's quick enough to get around him.
Boy, Johnson gets into the lane, gets fouled, and will go to the free throw line.
That's how you
and
attack.
Campbell can cut this to 3. Okay, I gave you a little bit of time. This is really, really hard. I threw this question out to some of my friends and family. One guy got 2. I think he knew since Campbell was playing William and Mary, and we were doing prep for this, that it happened. Army.
Okay.
And there's a but to that. The Citadel out of the SoCon.
Okay.
Around for 125 seasons. Maine, 96 seasons. Army had been invited to the NCAA tournament twice. One in 1968. That was when the NIT was as prestigious. In there for Miller. That was a prestigious shot from the corner. And a young coach at the time named Bobby Knight in 1968 thought Army should go play in Madison Square Garden in the NIT instead of the NCAA tournament. And then in 1944, an undefeated Army team, they had more important things to do with a big war going on, so they did not accept the invitation.
Thank you for educating me, because I would have gone 0 for 3
there you go.
on all those. I could have said I knew it, but that would have been a lie.
Yeah.
I don't want to do that, so. You'll have to test me every ball game and do a little trivia of our own. We'll make up our own trivia and see if I do better Saturday.
DJ working with it on the outside. Campbell trying to cut into what is a 6-point lead.
Buka's getting fronted.
Newton slices through. He'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. We had an unbelievable amount of fouls the first time these two teams met. William and Mary made 34 free throws in that first game against Campbell. That is how they got back into the game in the second half. Remember, they were down by 25 in the first half the first time these two teams met and made it a game. Both teams, Campbell with 104 and William and Mary with 96. Newton misses a free throw. And it's been frustrating for William and Mary, right? Nobody can beat UNCW in this conference this year except William and Mary. They beat them twice. They've gone toe-to-toe with the best teams, but they score 96 points at home and lose. That's not the most fair thing in the world. They have had some injuries to deal with as well. When they are firing on all cylinders, as we saw the second half of the first half, they look like a team that would be really, really hard to beat in a couple of weeks in D.C. But they have been careless with the ball here in the second half. Campbell taking advantage. Jeremiah Johnson off the dime from Gregory for 3, and it's a 2-point game.
He's bringing Campbell back.
Pulliam is fouled by DJ Smith on the perimeter, and that was after a made basket. Back and forth we go. It is a track meet inside Gore Arena tonight. But you need more than your cleats. You need your helmet and pad tonight. These two teams going after. Welcome back to Bowie's Creek. This broadcast is brought to you in part by Pizza Provisions, the official pizza of Campbell Athletics, located just across the street from Gore Arena. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Their new restaurant rebuilt and up and running in Lillington, and Christy Yarborough and Remax United helping you make the right moves in Lillington, Harnett County, and beyond. Alongside Jay Sunhalter, I'm Chris Amar. Lucero Hernandez and our student-run crew bringing you the great pictures tonight. Campbell has erased an 8-point halftime deficit as the officials look at something that happened going into the break. There was a collision. You remember DJ Smith was down, called for the foul, so they are looking that over. And that gives us a time to analyze how has Campbell gotten back into this game. What's been the difference in the second half for the Campbell?
Johnson's taking over again here. The defense for Campbell slowing down. William and Mary created a turnover. And right now you see DJ Smith getting elbowed there from Pulliam.
Yeah.
And I was surprised initially that call was against Smith because he just looked like he was trailing him and kind of got the contact. And good that he's up and looks like he's okay, but they've been talking about this play for a while now.
Now the officials, they are done looking at it and they are discussing it. Is Bert Smith, who is the referee, doing the talking there. Jerry Heater, who you'll recognize from big games around the regions in the ACC and SEC, and Anthony Eads is there as well. So something tells me that this might be something. Let's see if we can hear. They are going over and explaining to both coaching staffs, and now Jerry Heater is going to come over and explain to us as we'll listen. So a dead ball technical after the common foul was called. The elbow that was slung by the offensive player got him, so Campbell will shoot the technical foul shots now. So the crew looks it over, and I think they got the call right.
Yeah, and when they're meeting for that long, the biggest thing is making sure all three are on the same page, making sure they all see the same thing, and then how they're going to present it to both coaches. But you're right, I think that was the perfect call in that situation. And, they took the time to make sure it was right.
And Campbell should get the free throws and the ball, as that was a foul on the floor and just the third team foul on the Camel. So here's DJ Smith. Sometimes you get to the free throw line, you get it going. He's a 84% free throw shooter. But just 1 for 9 tonight from the field. He had 25 points in the first half when these two teams met, 39 points. He was just the third Campbell player ever to soar 39. Clarence Greer got to 39 once, and the legend Chris Clemens, who ended his Campbell career third all-time in NCAA scoring, had 5 39-plus games, including, of course, the 51-point game his sophomore year in the Big South Tournament. Chris, by the way, is becoming a star in his first year in the German First Division. Another Chris Fields, nearly gets a stupendous bucket. And instead, here comes William and Mary. Pulliam finds Haskins. He is nearly automatic when you leave him open like that. That gives the Tribe some breathing room.
They're pushing the pace again, and for Campbell, how do you slow it down? Of course, getting back, but also creating turnovers. And nice look there, that entry pass to Buka.
Good job by Buka, right? He got blocked a couple of times in the first half. He used the rim to help protect. Emmanuel. Boy, he catches that ball and he goes full board towards the basket. He's been so impressive.
Well, him and Miller coming off the bench, they really provide a lot. And Emmanuel can play down to the paint area. He can also take it to the outside. 6'6", so good size, kind of interchangeable player.
He has over 1,000 career points. And misses that free throw. Junior Newton will come in for Campbell. Chris Fields will go out. That foul on Fields, his second. It's just so much balance, so many weapons for William and Mary. We talked about Campbell. They have the big three scoring-wise in Buka, Jeremiah Johnson, and DJ Smith, but William and Mary just has weapons from so many different places, and they bring them off the bench. Valberg Fasasi, who has been in foul trouble, he's usually their leading scorer at 12. Reese Miller, 11. Pulliam with 11. Brockhoff has nearly 10 a game. Jackson Jr. has 8. Lowe has 8. Emmanuel, usually kind of their 7th option, and he's been a really good option tonight. Buka misses the gimme. He just has been having trouble downloading it. On cue. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, there again, he's out on the perimeter, and nobody comes out to close out and stop ball, and he had a clear path.
That's a pretty good 7th option in your offense, isn't it?
I mean, you know, nobody stands out. It's really like they've got many guys that play the same way, but they all provide production.
And unselfish with the ball. 64% of their made buckets are assisted, and that is tops in the CAA and one of the tops in the nation. Not that time as they try to feed the beast with Emmanuel, who now leads William and Mary with 13 points. All that being said, Campbell can tie with a 3 right now, Jay.
And that's the thing. I mean, William and Mary has had bright spots in this game. Campbell, you just keep hanging in there. You're waiting to go on your big run. Tribe had theirs in the first half. DJ Smith hasn't got going. It's been Johnson's game thus far, production-wise, offensively. But you just got to hang in there and hope that your top scorers, Butka and Smith, will get it going here, closing out the second half.
So that is foul number 4 on Valberg Fasasi. So Fasasi out of Stockholm, Sweden, he goes to the bench with his 4th foul. He's played only 10 minutes, and again, he's their leading scorer in conference play. DJ Smith for the tie. And Newton skies and is pushed and foul, and the crowd that has seen a bunch of Campbell injuries this year holds their breath. He pops up.
He is a physical player, and he hustles. I mean, that was going for loose balls with all your heart. And as Campbell shot this ball, Newton, you see him, he's out on the 3-point line. Look at that hustle.
Yeah.
I mean, just amazing effort by him. It results in free throw opportunities. Those are the little things that Campbell has to continue to do.
Lally called for the foul. It is his 4th. So foul trouble here for William and Mary. Campbell having trouble at the line. They are just 12 of 18 today, and just like that, Miller hits the 3, and he looks to a couple of fans in the expensive seats and lets him know about it. DJ, though, is able to get him back on the other end. Here we go again. The pace picking up. Lowe, who has had a tough night, gets his own rebound. Lally with 4 fouls, gets fouled, and will go to the free throw line. They may take a look at this one to see if there was anything worthy of a flagrant. So the officials will go to the monitor again. This game has not had a lot of rhythm. It was a free-flowing, almost playground style in the first half, and here we have had a couple of delays as they have been looking at some different things, and from that angle it's a little tough to see. Gregory goes up, comes down.
You have the free throw shots, a couple reviews, and you're right, that first half seemed like it went by fast. The style play up and down in here in the second half. A lot of stoppages.
57-53, William and Mary leads by 4. And the officials will discuss it again. Hey, look, they're going for it and trying to get it right, which you cannot fault them for. And I believe they have called a timeout, immediate timeout here. So they didn't find anything extracurricular. So a common foul. Lally goes to the free throw line and misses the first. .13:06 to go. We have had some starts and stops. They've gone to the monitor a couple times here. And what was a free-flowing score fest in the first half has, at least for the time being, slowed down a bit.
And in game one, Chris, you talked about 200 points. This one much slower pace, but still both teams here with plenty of time to go in the second half in the mid-50s.
When does DJ Smith break out of what has now been a game-and-a-half slump? Again, he has been blanketed by the opposition. Only one three-pointer in the game against Charleston. He has just one today, and he'll try to make a high-percentage shot. And boy, when he has gotten good looks, they've been like that, halfway down and then pop up. He's 2 of 11 from the field. Tribe trying to build in their 5-point lead. Miller, no, but the tip. Bronkoff tips it right to where it needs to be. And William and Mary has built the lead back up to 7. They led at halftime by 8. DJ, that's an open look. That gets the roll. Boy, that hit the back of the iron and just died. Sometimes the shooter needs help. But after the made bucket, Miller with a bucket on the other end. We have seen that a lot by William and Mary. Boy, they are so quick in transition.
Yeah, it's almost like after a make, they want to go even quicker. Try to get the other team falling asleep.
That is a whistle and a foul out top by Haskins, and it brings us to immediate timeout. Campbell and William and Mary duking it out at Bowie's Creek on a Thursday night. Brian Earl, an amazing playing career. He was a 1999 Ivy League Player of the Year. When he left the Ivy League, he had set the record for most three-pointers. Cornell, and then as a head coach, proved himself there, record-setting years there, and last year, one of the biggest turnaround in the country. As he brought William and Mary back to prominence, they got a really, really good one that comes from a big-time basketball family. His brother Dan played at Penn State, and he is a very successful head coach at Chattanooga. His dad, Denny, was a starting forward for Rutgers, played for the late Jim Valvano, that, of course, made his way down to Tobacco Road in those memorable teams in a national championship at NC State. DJ Smith coming out of the break, hit the first free throw. The second one goes in. Campbell has some chances at the line. There's 11:45 to go, and Campbell is already in the 1-1 bonus. Double bonus coming soon. 4-point game. William and Mary has led since they made an 11-0 run midway through the first half. William gets some separation and is able to drill it from the middle of the lane.
Campbell had good defense there. That was just a tough shot that William was able to knock in, but Buka was all over him.
Newton, he has been active in this second half. Smith back to Newton, catches in the lane, much bigger man on him, in trouble. And they're going to call 3 seconds in the lane.
They're letting him play through. He was nudged down there. We get the 3-second call, and Newton just trying to do everything he could.
Turnovers were a problem for Campbell in the first half. They've been much better. 9 turnovers in the first half. That's the first of the second half. 9 minutes in. Miller underneath. Good look. Extra pass. In and out from the German. Emmanuel, who's been all over the place, makes the steal, but then Gregory tries to make the grab and runs into the official, and the official makes sure he doesn't go tumbling into press row.
That was pretty awesome. They both kind of went there to the side. They were laughing about it, but you couldn't tell because they were shielded off.
Ball will stay with the try. Lead is 6. Campbell has got it down to 1 in this second half. Pulling. It's a huge game in terms of standings for both of these teams, trying to claw their way into the top 4. Good defense by Campbell, a shot clock violation. Pullman just had to pull it from long distance.
Yeah, good defense there from Campbell. I mean, making it difficult, not allowing an easy shot opportunity. And that's how, for Campbell here, only down by 6, but you want to continue that great defensive effort.
Campbell has not lost to William & Mary since they have been a part of the CAA. They are 3-0. Last year here, they built the tar out of the tribe, 96-55. That was a surprise too, as William & Mary was at the top of the conference. It is not that kind of game here. DJ misses. Chris Fields cleans up, puts it in, and it's a 4-point game as we are halfway through the second half.
There's the offensive board. Good job hustling, coming over for a second chance opportunity.
Miller, the shake and the bake and the make. Oh, tough shot for number 0. Around Rock, Texas.
Not only was that a bank, it was kind of on the run there too after crossover dribble.
Miller's got 19. He had been averaging 15 points over the last 2 weeks. He eclipsed that, and a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Budka for an illegal screen, much to the chagrin of the Campbell crowd. It was off the picture, but Budka is a big man, and another big man went down to the ground.
Well, here's a good look.
Second personal foul on the big guy from Lithuania, the Pepperdine transfer. Campbell has won 3 of their last 4. Dropped a close one to Charleston, second place team in the league on Sunday. UNCW, the first place team, comes in here on Saturday. Pulliam, good look. Pump fake, extra pass, no. Albert Fasasi having a tough night when he is on the court, just 3 points. Campbell gets the ball back, 8:59 to go, down 6.
DJ Smith, even though it hasn't been his night shooting the ball, still at 11 points now in double figures, but they've got to continue to try to find him, get him more shooting opportunities.
Jeremiah Johnson wide open, nails it. He's got 26.
And him too. I mean, he's been on fire all night. He's been the one consistent shooter that's been shooting the ball so well from outside.
Jeremiah Johnson won off his career high, which was 27 against his former team, Green Bay, 2 days before Christmas. Miller, flat-footed 3, it looked like. He answers. He's got 22.
He knew that was going in as soon as it left his hands. You're right. I mean, there wasn't much of a jump there. He just had a base underneath him, flicked his wrist, and knew it was going in.
Our executive producer, Lucero Hernandez, picked 2 good ones to feature in the pregame because they are showing up. Johnson Trapped on the baseline. Gregory unloads and hits.
Nice response from Gregory. He's playing well tonight. Good turnover from Smith.
DJ with the steal. Campbell down 3. Alley-oop to Johnson. No. Gregory, no. DJ Smith gets the ball and gets fouled. And that will bring us to a media timeout. Take a breath. Campbell with some fight left in him, going toe-to-toe with the Tribe. Down 3 when we come back.
Should I be selling right now?
I gotta get a bigger place.
What's my house worth? What do you think? What's my house really worth?
Do we need to renovate? Sorry, that's pretty good. How do I buy a house?
What if I don't have time to see it in person?
What is going on with this housing market?
Don't worry. I can take the guesswork out of it.
You know, we talk a lot about building a strong team. It starts with strong people. Here at Wilkinson Chevrolet, Cadillac, and GMC is exactly that. They're family-owned right here in Sanford, right down the road from the creek. Every season, Wilkinson puts me behind the wheel of a brand new vehicle so I can focus on what matters the most: our program, our team, and our next step. Wilkinson Cadillac, Chevrolet, and GMC, pushing the Fighting Camels forward one season at a time.
New beginnings. Familiar faces. Championship driven. The drama. The passion. The excitement. United in excellence. It all culminates in the nation's capital. The CAA. It starts here.
Hello, home.
There he is.
What is happening? Relax. We won. They brought back the snack wrap. Spicy or ranch? Spicy. Yeah, go. Yeah. Just one little bite. Can you stop? Oh, sorry.
Gather your crew. Snack Wrap is back.
Campbell going for the exclamation point on this comeback. They miss it a couple of different times, but battling and pushing, and DJ didn't like the fact that once he was down on the ground, William and Mary gave him next. Hey, they remembered 39. You let someone go off like that in your own building, you ain't gonna help them up the next time you see him. Boy, this has been a fun game. I don't think any team is going to get to 100 points, but something tells me this one's going to come down to the last few possessions like we had in that high-scoring affair just a couple of weeks ago.
You just have that feel that there's a lot more that's going to happen here in the next 7.5 minutes, and it's been a fun start to this ball game.
DJ hits it. I'd like to welcome everybody watching us on WRAL, WITN. Those same stations, plus we'll be on in the Wilmington, North Carolina market when UNCW comes up here Saturday at 4. The Seahawks leading the CAA by 2 games over Charleston. UNCW has been beat twice in conference play, both by this team in green, William and Mary. And an offensive foul. Pulliam can't believe it. Take another look. Campbell will get the ball back. And Campbell head coach John Andershek is calling for them to go to the monitor, and it looked just like there was a hand to the face there. No elbow, nothing extracurricular, and I think that's exactly what Bert Smith is saying. Bert is going, hey, we saw that one with our own eyes. We're good.
And just, you have that sense that this can be a launching point for Campbell. William & Mary's played really well, but Campbell only down by 1 point. Opportunity to go ahead right here. And last couple minutes, they've really picked things up.
Campbell has scrapped and clawed, and they could take the lead with a bucket. DJ Smith. Is this his time? DJ looking for room. Pulliam is all over him. Shot clock at 10. DJ to take the lead. No, Newton with the rebound. Shot clock does not reset. 5 on the shot clock. Gregory's going to have to hurry. Yes! Campbell has the lead for the first time since the first half.
He's made strong plays tonight, and Gregory here. You have that left side open, the baseline area, the help comes over. And he's such a skilled player, knowing, hey, I can get the defender up in the air, get him off balance, use a little head nod for the and one. What a play and a strong take.
Campbell has been so injured this year. Gregory the only player to not only start in every game, but he and just 3 others are the only players who have played in every game. It is a 2-point lead. Haskins tries to get the lead back for the Tribe and can't. Campbell wants to run. DJ to Gregory for 2.
And now Campbell making the hustle plays. The Tribe not getting back in transition defense. Campbell feeling it, sensing it, and pushing the pace.
Valberg Fasasi. And a timeout forced to be called as Campbell, a 10-0 run over the last minute and 12 seconds. And Campbell has taken the lead, 73-69. What has fueled the big run for CU?
Well, it's the defense, but also doing the little things, crashing the glass, offensive boards, going for loose balls. Those things have kind of given some momentum to Campbell, and then now the first half, it was just Johnson shooting the ball at a high level. Now everybody's starting to get into a rhythm on the offensive end.
You mentioned it, DJ Smith, if he has an off first half, he usually turns it on in the second half. He has certainly done that. He has 10 points here in half number 2. Jeremiah Johnson continues to be a force. 26 points on 8 of 11 shooting. And Campbell, that found themselves down double digits in the first half, down 8 at halftime, has come all the way back a couple times. They cut it to 1 early in the second half. William & Mary expanded the lead back out. But now a 10-0 run for Campbell has given them a 4-point advantage. This game is huge. William & Mary having some substitution difficulties here.
They didn't know who was in the game. This is
there was 6 guys on the court. One of them ran off. It was the wrong guy that ran off. And so play didn't start, so there'll be no technical or anything like that, but
it's wild there.
Clear it up, yeah. We've seen a little bit of everything in this game. Pulliam, a bump, and he's fouled. Both teams are in the bonus. Campbell is in the double bonus, and now William & Mary in the 1-on-1 bonus. That time of year, right? Boy, both of these teams, everybody desperate. Again, both of these teams, and quite frankly, it sounds odd to say, but really 11 of the 13 teams in the CAA still within striking distance of getting a top 4 finish and a double bye.
Every game is big. It's just they're even more important once you get here towards the end of the season. And you look up, we're sitting here past the midway point of February, a couple weeks left, and then it's going to be time for the conference tournament. So these ones are huge.
This to make it a 2-point game. Got it. Elon and Towson coming into tonight are tied for 10th in the conference at 6 and 8. And they are just 2 games in the loss column behind Hofstra, who is 4th. A lot of teams in the middle, including these 2 teams And Jeremiah Johnson putting one of those teams on his back tonight offensively. He's got 28. It's a new career high for Johnson. Pulliam. That goes everywhere but in. Butka clears the board with his 5th rebound. Johnson red hot. DJ backs up. No. Missed a shot in rhythm that time, and that's what the smothering defense will do for you. DJ usually pushes the trigger. Pulliam pulls the trigger, and he'll get fouled and go to the free throw line. This game may very well be won at the free throw line. Campbell 17 of 23 tonight from the line. 74% right at their average. William & Mary hasn't shot that well. 17 of 25. Pulliam doesn't even touch rim there. We'll take another look at it.
He's a lefty there, so cross it over, trying to go to the opposite side, and the fans disagreeing with that call.
That foul is on Johnson. It's his second. Pulliam got it. He'll go out of the game. Lowe will come in. It'll be interesting to see the fatigue. Johnson has not come out of the game. Gregory 31 minutes. DJ Smith 30 minutes. Butka 32. The major players for Campbell have pretty much played the entire game. Nobody's played more than 26 minutes for William & Mary. Gregory working his way through. Finds Johnson. The Tribe can tie with the bucket, take the lead with a 3. Under 5 minutes to go. Fasasi. Extra pass. DJ gets in the middle of it. Shot clock at 10. Miller trying to make some magic happen. Double team, somehow gets through, puts it up strong and flexes as he has tied this game at 75.
Campbell's defense was there. I mean, you can't fault any effort there. That's just a very difficult shot that Miller was able to knock in.
Smith, step back for the lead.
Turning
He's got
it on.
16.
Yeah, he's got it going again. Quiet first half, but that doesn't hold him down for the whole game.
He's got a shooter's memory. Good give and go. Fasasi swirls it home. Campbell's lead is 1. 4 minutes to go. Final media timeout coming on the next whistle, but Campbell can't wait for it. You could tell they are tired. There are guys that have played a whole lot of minutes, and there is still a big chunk of this one left. Don't go anywhere. A great one from Gore Arena. 3:56 to go. 1-point game in Buies Creek.
It's bow time. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, the Carolina legend can make your tailgate a winner. We're talking crispy chicken, made from scratch buttermilk biscuits, and all the fixings to feed your crew faster than you can say touchdown. Let Bojangles do the cooking. Order your tailgate today. It's bow time.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger for you and add a McChicken for $1. Because being able to take your little brother out is a big deal. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
Hey, I'm Bennett Johnson for the Heister Automotive Group. We're proud to be here with Coach Braxton Harris. I'm a 2017 Campbell graduate, so I know what Campbell means to this community. He's here to tell us more.
Thanks, Bennett. At Campbell, we believe in coaching our student athletes to be successful on the field, in the classroom, and in the community. And that takes commitment. And that's exactly what we've had from Heister Automotive Group for the past 10 years. Their belief and commitment to being able to help our student athletes be the best that they can. Get off your keister and get to Heister.
Do you love cheering on your fighting camels? Imagine living just a few miles from Campbell University. I'm Maddie Dean with Mattamy Homes, proud sponsor of your fighting camels. Mattamy offers several communities in Harnett County that could be the ideal place for your dream home. Explore our single family and townhomes featuring 2 to 5 bedrooms, up to 3.5 bathrooms, plus 3-car garage options, all created with your comfort in mind. Visit us today and see why a Mattamy home is the perfect place to call home.
New beginnings. Familiar faces. Championship driven. The drama. The passion. The excitement. United in excellence. It all culminates in the nation's capital. The CAA. It starts here.
This game huge for both teams, but look at this. William & Mary does not play this weekend. They're the odd man out. Then they play the two bottom teams in the league and Hampton, who comes in at 9th. So there are wins out there. If they run the table, which they very well could, they would be 11-7. Last year, that got you into 4th place in a double bye. Campbell, this one is huge because it is a tough road. UNCW on Saturday. Then away, Drexel and Towson. Campbell right now 6-7. You get the feeling 10-8 may get you there. 11-7, you feel good. That's how big this game is. I don't know if either of these teams get to 11-7 if they lose this game here today. That's what makes this time of year so fun. Every second matters. Campbell is up 1. 3 on the shot clock. DJ halfway down and bounces up. And now here's the drive. A chance to take the lead. Lowe turns on the afterburners, goes up, is fouled, and will go to the free throw line to try to give the Tribe the lead back. That is the 19th foul on the Camels. This will be a 1-1, I believe. But after this, both teams, nope, they're going to give them 2 shots. And from here on out, double bonus for both teams. Lowe hits it, and we are tied. 3 ties, 4 lead changes. Campbell dug themselves a double-digit hole in the first half, trailed by 8 in the second half. Had to come back a couple of different times, took their first lead since the first half with 6:52 to go. They are behind again after the free throw. William & Mary 20 of 28 from the line. Who can dig deeper? Butka. It has not been his night. Does he come up big? Gregory catches, flies, gets blocked. Scrum for the ball. Gregory, who was on his seat, comes up with it. No whistle and a call, and finally a jump ball as the possession arrow goes to Campbell. What a scramble drill. Gregory ended up getting that ball. It was a good block from Lowe. Gregory is still on the ground, and it comes into his seat.
And not only did he have to maintain possession, he kind of had to fight off all those bodies around him and protect himself.
There is a little bit of sweat that is in the middle of that lane. They are working on it.
This may take a while.
Every possession big. Campbell has 2 timeouts. William & Mary has just 1. Both teams in the double bonus. Now the possession arrow will belong to William & Mary. DJ had to try to beat the shot clock, and it's a shot clock violation. The shot clock did not reset, so it was at 3. And Campbell unlucky there. 2:54 to go. The Tribe leads 79. Both these teams, remember, the top 2 scoring teams in CAA play this year. Right at the average. Campbell averaging 79 points per game in CAA play. William & Mary averaging 81. A foul out beyond the basket. That is foul number 3 on Butka. The foul situation looks like this. Gregory has 4 fouls for Campbell, 3 for DJ Smith, 3 for Newton, 3 for Butka. Pulliam has 4. Valberg Fasasi has 4. Lally has 4 for William & Mary. The Tribe has opened up their lead to 2. Campbell in the middle of a 3-game homestand. Lost to Charleston in a tightly fought contest, 62-57 on Sunday. walk-off makes it a 3-point game. Ton of time, 2:43 to go. DJ, big, very big in the second half, getting to the line. Gets through Emmanuel, still trying to draw contact and gets blocked.
He wanted a foul called.
Tried to draw it every which way. Not buying it, the officiating crew. Emmanuel, who has been so big in this game, 23 in green, 13. Gives it to Miller, leading William and Mary with 24. Another huge night off the bench. He has 10 field goals and 4 threes. He wants it in his hand. The runner, no. And Jeremiah Johnson skies for the board.
Well, they took their time there trying to use some clock.
Johnson flies, and that rolls over the rim. Back to Johnson, who will try again. No. Budka goes up, pump fake up, and foul. And if that's on Valberg Fasasi, that could be it for him.
This was extra effort from Campbell. And you get the offensive board. Budka with the shot fake, little head nod. When you're down low and you know the defense is going to be aggressive, use that little fake to get them up in the air.
They give it too low, so Valberg Fasasi stays in. It's Lowe's third. Budka makes the free throw. That is a big make for Davidas Budka. He has shot better at the free throw line in conference play at 65%. He is leading the league in field goal percentage coming in CAA play, second in rebound. Tonight, just 5 points, but 6 boards. And those are 2 huge free throws made to make it a 1-point game with 1:46 to go.
And you've got to have big shots when the moments are calling for. And Budka coming through there with the 2 free throws, 1-point game, and now you're looking for a defensive stop.
Pulliam. Over to Miller. No. Budka clears the glass, gives to Gregory, and here's DJ. 90 seconds to go. Campbell down 1. They get the play from the sideline. DJ, step backs, 3 for the lead, in and out. Holy cow, he's had a couple of those halfway in and just spin out. Unlucky for the Camel. The Tribe dodges a bullet, still up. Pulliam. Gives to Emmanuel. Good look to Miller. Blocked by DJ. Into the hands of Jeremiah. Campbell makes a stand. Down 1 with 52 seconds to go.
Excellent help defense from Smith coming over. That wasn't his man, but he shaded off to make that block.
DJ puts his head down. Gets fouled by Miller. And one of the best free throw shooters in the conference will go to the free throw line with 2 shots to give Campbell the lead.
In a couple possessions earlier, he was going into the bodies of the defense, and this time he gets the call, feeling Miller on his hip, just leans into him because he knew there's going to be contact. A smart play going there to get to the line.
DJ, an 82% free throw shooter in conference play. 5 of 6 tonight. Misses. 1 free throw to tie with 43 and a half seconds to go. Campbell's not hit a field goal in the last 3:40. They've been living on the line. And he misses both of them. I don't know if I have seen that from DJ all year. And now there's a 13-second difference between the shot and game clock. Tribe has a 1-point lead. Miller, a timeout called from the bench as Miller was driving. 32.5 seconds to go. Plenty of time here. And we'll take a look at the CAA standings again to show you how important this game is. Look at that. You're William and Mary. You win. By the end of the night, you could be in 4th place. The loser of this game with 8 losses, it's going to be awfully tough to climb your way back into the top 4. Look, we have seen Delaware make a run. They won 4 games in 4 days last year, but you really want that double bye. And all of these teams, all the way down to 10th place, still in the running for it.
And Campbell gets a win here tonight, get up to 7-7. It's kind of a launching board for a big ball game Saturday against UNCW. So The last 33 seconds here, critical for both teams. But yeah, this has been a tight ball game throughout. Chris, each team has gone on runs. There's been responses, but you can't stress the importance of this one and for Campbell trying to protect their home floor.
Campbell will have to take on the conference leaders, UNCW, Saturday at 4. If you're watching us now, you'll see us on Saturday. Plus on in the Wilmington market as well. You're William and Mary right now. What are you trying to do?
Well, usually you go fast. I am not going fast here if I'm the Tribe. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. I'm going to use some time here. Try to shorten this ball game up, and then who's your best offensive players out on the floor? Miller, I'd have Pulliam drive, dish it to Miller. Also, Manuel's been effective, but one of those three is going to touch the ball, but I'm setting this up for Miller.
Both teams in the double bonus. William and Mary has the possession arrow. Brockhoff on the outside. He'll dribble, 15 on the shot clock. Miller has been money tonight, 24 points. Gives it off to Ballbird Fasasi. Offensive foul. DJ Smith drew it. Brockhoff committed it. And Campbell will get the ball back, shot clock off, with a chance to win this thing.
And watch this, DJ Smith on Brockhoff. And that right arm twirls around, and Smith takes it there, and you see him getting the call. Wow, what a defensive effort.
Johnson brings the ball across the half-court line. Johnson all the way to the hole. He's fouled. And will go to the free throw line to try to give Campbell the lead with 12.8 seconds left. The aggressive approach, I think, caught William and Mary off guard a little bit there.
Yeah, I mean, Campbell just going ahead and attacking. I mean, still time left on the clock. They didn't wait till it got down to 3 or 4 seconds. They went ahead and went straight to Brockhoff. So 2 calls going against him. One on offense, one on defense here.
Jeremiah Johnson to tie. He adds to his career high, but now is at 29. 9 of 15 from the floor, 6 of 8 from 3. And more importantly, right now, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. William and Mary does not have a timeout. Campbell has 2. For the lead, Johnson gives it to Campbell, and it's 82-81. Miller, Pulliam, Valberg, Fasasi, Brockhoff, and Emmanuel. The 5 on the floor for William and Mary in green. Down 1. Miller, drive. Miller, the floater, off the glass for 2. 5.5 seconds to go. William and Mary with the bucket. Up 1.
Well, they're taking a look here. Not sure what they're getting a second view at.
And maybe it's all about the time to put back on. Take a look what you see here.
Well, Miller had a clear path. Not sure. Unless they're seeing when the timeout was called.
Yeah. And it was a quick check, so I think they were checking it.
Yeah, they changed it, yeah. 6.
Boy, for Campbell, defense not there, but they get the ball back. 83-82. We kind of had a feeling it would be high scoring. We kind of had the feeling it would be a close game. 5 ties, 7 lead changes. Campbell with a chance. 6.1 seconds to go. Gregory to inbound. Campbell has a timeout, and they will use it. 83-82, wise move. You also get a tell about how William and Mary is going to play you defensively.
Yeah, that was smart from Gregory. And Campbell could have got that ball in. The problem was they're having to go back towards it. You want to get it where your momentum is going the opposite way, so you can kind of make sure you're using this 6 seconds left wisely. Otherwise, you're going to have to start and stop here if your momentum's going the opposite way.
And again, with 6 seconds, Jay, at the same time, you don't want the momentum going the opposite direction, but you can get from one end of the court to the other. I mean, we've seen it happen.
There's plenty of time. I mean,
many
this
times
is,
tonight.
William & Mary has to be worried right now because of how quick and how good the guards are for Campbell to get through this pressure and have time to shoot
Campbell
the last
just
second
needs
shot.
a 2, and remember, it's double bonus. So Campbell lines up. William & Mary not guarding the inbounder. Gregory gets it into Jeremiah with 6. Crosses the half-court line, calls a timeout. And Campbell will have, at the very least, 5 seconds on, but they will take another look at it.
Well, that was good work breaking the pressure. William & Mary not happy that they allowed Johnson just flash there right to the middle. I mean, it looked like he was unguarded there. That was easy for the inbounds.
And smart by Campbell there, Hunt, too. Instead of maybe something with desperation now in the half-court 5 seconds, you got your whole playbook in front of you.
Yeah, and having that timeout's huge now, but the message for Campbell right now is, hey, no timeouts left. So, you know, in this situation, you got to remember, hey, we don't have one in our pocket, so we have to get this ball in. We've got to execute, and now, you know, the message, too, is who's going to take this shot? Well, I think the answer's clear. It's Johnson or Smith. One of those two have to get this final look.
Campbell had a similar situation, couldn't get the shot up, couldn't get the play when they were trying to come back against Charleston. Will their fortunes turn here against William & Mary? A huge game in terms of standings, a huge game in keeping hope alive to get a top 4 seed.
And there, the William & Mary bench is arguing something, telling them to come back, and had a message for the refs here, and they're pretty adamant about something, and now they're going to go back to the monitor, and they're checking something here.
You know, and they might be checking the number of timeouts.
I think that's what it is. Because the way they were going and reviewing, they were pretty adamant standing up and demonstrative as far as getting their attention.
And remember, if you call a timeout and you don't have one, it's a technical, but it's interesting too, right? Because there were some delays to go back to the monitor and look and to see who called a timeout, when and where. Maybe it's the positioning as well. It'll be interesting to see exactly what they're looking at. Of course, the scorekeeper is keeping a book at the scorer's table, where that is the official book keeping track.
But they changed their time too.
Yeah, they did. They changed the time from 5 to 4.4. So Campbell with just 4.4 seconds to go now, so that's what they were trying as they were looking too. Gregory to inbound the ball. Jeremiah Johnson is in the backcourt. 4.4 seconds. Campbell going for the win, down 1. Into Johnson. Johnson with 3, with 2 for the win. Got it! Jeremiah Johnson caps a career night with the biggest bucket of the season for Campbell. 32 points for Johnson, including the game winner. What a shot.
And the best offensive player making the final star play of the night. The defense was there. Johnson just refusing to get slowed down. He wanted that moment. What execution from Campbell, fighting all the way through and making the last play at the end of the game.
Wow. We told you how big this game was, and Jeremiah Johnson on a night when he could not be stopped goes all the way to the cup, hangs in the air, and Campbell comes away with an 84-83 victory. Everything still in play seeding-wise for Campbell because of that shot.
I mean, that is a huge shot to win here at home. A bright spot to the season, and what a play here to get the win as is confirmed here. And then now you get this win, you move up in the rankings and can use this momentum going into Saturday's game.
Hey, we say goodbye to all of our TV partners. We will be back on Flo College with the Birdies post-game report after the break. What a game. Campbell wins on a buzzer beater, 84-83. Welcome into the Birdies Food Mart post-game show, the official convenience store of Campbell Athletics with 2 locations on campus, a buzzer beater and a back-and-forth game. Jeremiah Johnson is the hero, and work spent, folks. Alongside Jason Halter, I'm Chris Amar. We got to get things going. In less than 48 hours, we'll have the #1 team in the CAA, the rivals UNCW here, but let's talk about this one and enjoy this one for a while. Jeremiah Johnson, a career-high 32 points. Everybody knew he was going to get the ball. He got the ball. William and Mary made it tough, but he put it in and got the bucket to win this game.
Fantastic play, and when you know the defense is doing everything they can to stop you and it doesn't matter, that's pretty special. And he comes through there. 4.1 seconds left on the clock, and it didn't matter. I mean, look at him just drive down, kind of bullies his way to the hoop, and that's the guy you want to take that shot. What a special night, and boy, a huge win that Campbell really needed.
No surprise, Jeremiah Johnson is our Pizza Provisions player of the game. Pizza Provisions, the official pizza of Campbell Athletics. 32 points, 10 of 16 shooting, 6 of 8 from 3, 6 of 7 free throws. Oh, by the way, he led the team in rebounds and assists, 7 and 7. He nearly had a triple-double. Campbell goes to 7 and 7 in the CAA with one of the most dramatic finishes you will ever see. For Lucero Hernandez, our student-run crew, and Jason Halter, I'm Chris Haymeyer saying so long. What a game, what a night. Campbell wins on a Jeremiah Johnson buzzer beater, 84-83. We'll see you Saturday afternoon.